A moral argument for the elimination of dogs from human society. Introduction. Modern societies pride themselves on progress, compassion, and rationality. Yet, one deep inconsistency persists. The widespread tolerance and celebration of an animal species that regularly inflicts harm on innocent people, consumes enormous societal resources, and provides no essential benefit to human flourishing. This essay presents a formal moral argument. Domestic dogs, as a class, constitute a preventable evil. Their continued existence within human communities causes widespread unjustified harm, and that harm is wholly avoidable. Thus, the ethical conclusion is inescapable. We are morally obliged to eliminate dogs from human society. 1. Defining evil and preventable harm. For the sake of moral clarity, we define evil not by intent, but by consequence. Evil is any being or system that causes unjustified harm to innocent humans, regardless of intent or moral agency. A preventable evil is one whose existence or influence can be halted through policy, education, or direct action. Under this framework, what matters not is whether a dog meant to bite, infect, or kill a child, but rather that it did. An innocent human is one who has done nothing to merit harm. Justified harm exists only in cases where it prevents a greater evil or is necessary for survival. All other forms of harm, especially when inflicted upon children, unsuspecting adults, or vulnerable individuals, are unjustified and therefore evil. 2. The reality of dog-inflicted harm. Dogs injure, maim, and kill humans with disturbing regularity. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reports that approximately 4.5 million dog bites occur in the United States each year. Of these, 800,000 require medical attention, and tens of thousands necessitate reconstructive surgery. Victims include infants, toddlers, elderly individuals, and bystanders who provoke no aggression. These are not statistical anomalies, they are daily tragedies. According to hospital data, dog bite-related emergency room visits are more common than bicycle injuries or playground accidents. Worse still, dog attacks can result in permanent disfigurement, loss of function, psychological trauma, and death. In recent years, the U.S. has averaged 30 to 50 fatal dog attacks annually, with children and the elderly disproportionately represented among the dead. These harms are not isolated to attacks. Dogs are vectors of zoonotic disease. They transmit rabies, parasites, antibiotic-resistant bacteria such as MRSA, and other pathogens. Allergic reactions, asthma complications, and secondary infections further compound the toll. 3. Indirect harm and resource misallocation. Beyond physical injury, dogs impose significant indirect harm. Environmental degradation through defecation, wildlife predation, and ecosystem disruption. Consumption of food, land, and medical resources that could otherwise support human welfare. Social breakdown stemming from dog-related disputes between neighbors, within families, and in public spaces. Economic burdens from lawsuits, insurance claims, emergency medical care, and public maintenance of dog-friendly spaces. Dogs cost the U.S. economy billions annually in direct and indirect losses for no essential gain. 4. The moral failure of sentimental tolerance. Many defend dogs based on emotional bonds, companionship, or the myth of utility. But no amount of sentiment justifies the systemic sacrifice of human safety. A society that claims to value human life must not excuse or normalize any practice, however beloved, that results in maimed children, preventable deaths, or diverted resources. No human life should be lost, or human limb disfigured in defense of a non-essential activity. Dogs are not medical necessities, infrastructure, or food. They are recreational, and no recreational activity is worth a single dead child. 5. Moral and policy implications. If dogs constitute a preventable evil, and if we believe that no innocent human should suffer or die for preventable causes, then we are morally obliged to 1. Prohibit all breeding, sale, and importation of dogs. 2. Mandate sterilization and humane non-replacement. 3. Phase out dog ownership through public education, buyouts, and policy enforcement. 4. Reallocate dog-related resources to child safety, housing, health care, and environmental restoration. 5. Revise cultural norms and media portrayals that romanticize or excuse canine harm. This is not cruelty. This is a moral necessity. Ending the domestic dog's role in human society would save countless lives, reduce suffering, and reorient our priorities toward genuine human well-being. Conclusion. In a just world, we do not tolerate preventable evils. We do not justify the unjustifiable. The dog, as a species embedded within human civilization, poses an avoidable threat to innocent life. If we accept that even one child's life is worth protecting absolutely, then the case is closed. Dogs must go. Not out of hatred, but out of love for human life, dignity, and safety. Thank you for listening.